While some in Congress engage with opposition in tongue-lashing, there are those who work in the background, like Oscar Fernandez, who's been a long-time Gandhi loyalist. He feels the picture isn't as gloomy as made out to be.
So those were different times, in the sense there was no media, there was no constant questioning of what the government is doing. So in different times now.
No. It's not that. It's not that. I would like to recall one a very senior gentleman while addressing the students. I was present in that meeting. Students, do you know, during our time, we never used to throw stones at buses. And there was a lull. I mean, everyone was watching at him. Then he said, do you know why? During our days, there were no buses. So those days, there was news, there was announcement, there was politics, there was people making speeches, opposition attacking. When they attacked Indira Gandhi and said, Indira ko hatao, Indira ji ne bola, koi parwah nahi, hum garibi hatayenge. So that moment has come.
About a fortnight ago, the UPA government launched its ad blitzkrieg at this very Films Division auditorium in the national capital. This was to promote their theme of Bharat Nirman. For many, this brought back memories of the 2004 NDA government led by Atal Bihari Vajpayee, which introduced for the first time a concept called India Shining. That campaign backfired, raising fears about whether this one too will.
Bharat Nirman, UPA's punchline for the nation.
क्या आपने लिया अपना हक?
An attempt by the government to negate the negativity.
की सबसे सस्ती कॉल रेट्स अपने इंडिया में।
हो रहा भारत निर्माण, भारत के इस निर्माण पे हक है मेरा।
And at the helm of this massive media blitzkrieg is this man.
The first version of Bharat Nirman was in 2007, when the rights-based entitlements programs had just been unveiled. Then phase 2 was in 2009, phase 3 was in 2012. So this, you can say, is version 4 of Bharat Nirman. Essentially, we've modified it a little. It's really a glimpse of the India story.
But really, in the run-up to the election, much before, talking about highlighting the major programs of the government, there are a lot of similarities that it seems to be between Bharat Nirman and India Shining.
I understand one thing very well, that advertisement campaigns neither win you elections nor they lose you elections. It was the cumulative impact of the NDA policies which left India simmering, which then eventually led to the defeat of the hustings. So therefore, the India story is not targeted at the elections.
And after our defeat in 2004, an analysis was made that when you do excessive propaganda, you are the only ones who end up buying your own propaganda. The people of India are not benefiting from Bharat Nirman. Some news channels and newspapers are going to benefit out of this. And ultimately, it's only the congressmen who are getting a satisfaction of buying their own propaganda.
BJP seems to be saying now is that when politicians sort of trumpet their own causes, it tends to become counterproductive. What would you say to that?
Well, that's why, if you would see, that the India story is really understated. It does not make tall claims. It does not say everything is hunky-dory. It does not say that everything has been achieved. What it says is, कि मीलों हम आ गए, मीलों हमें जाना है, कुछ सपने सच हुए, कुछ सच करके दिखाना है. You see, it is in a very subtle manner, in a very understated way. We are just trying to tell the story as it unfolded. Telecom, one paradigm which says that there was a presumptive loss of 1,76,000 crores. The other paradigm is that there's been an exponential increase in rural and urban teledensity. The fact is that today, even today, you have the cheapest call rates in the world. So therefore, I think, and we thought that there was a need to just mainstream this discourse.
The UPA's performance analysis is not rocket science. The national disappointment is writ large.
For the past 1 decade, especially the last few years, the government has moved from one crisis to another. The Bharatiya Janata Party has accused the government of being weak, attempting to push the government in the dock. But what is it that forces the government to brazen it out each time, even sometimes risking its public perception? Who is weak? Is it the government of the day or the principal opposition party who perhaps fails to inspire that trust and appear as a viable alternative? We put that question out to the people and the politicians.
मनमोहन सिंह के नेतृत्व में, राहुल गांधी के नेतृत्व में, सोनिया गांधी के नेतृत्व में जो कांग्रेस भ्रष्टाचार की बारात पूरे देश में निकाल रही है, यूपीए 2 का विरोध करता है। कई मंत्रियों ने यूपीए के इस्तीफा दिया है, उसके खिलाफ युवा मोर्चा, आज युवा सड़कों पर है।
आज विकास की गंगा की तो बात छोड़िए, पूरे देश के अंदर घोटाले ही घोटाले हो रहे हैं।
Has it been able to connect with the people, sir? Because the people still have the basic issues of price rise, unemployment, all the other issues. So BJP is raising this issue of corruption.
There is an issue of corruption, there is an issue of price rise, there is an issue of lack of adequate governance, there is an issue of mismanagement of the economy. We are not a one-issue party.
If the Congress-led UPA doesn't come to power, and the BJP-led NDA is also not able to come to power, falls short, then I think the regional parties can, at least after the polls, come to some sort of an arrangement. That is possible.
There are two factors. A, we are the natural party of governance, the alternative party. B, when the government goes down, the Congress goes down, the non-Congress space is occupied in different states by different parties.
Time has come for the people of India to look at this clutch of, if you want to use the term, regional parties will get together and they need to be given a chance. Sure, you would say it didn't work in the 90s, but I think this is the time to pump some fresh air into the system. It can't get any worse than this.
The national mood is one of gloom, it's of despondency, it's one of anger, it's one of cynicism. And let's be very clear about it, angry people never vote a government back, they vote a government out. And that's the direction in which this country is today moving.
With less than a year left to the general elections, India is seeing its politics like never before. The tryst with 2014 is closer than it appears. Some call it the best time for a third front. Some don't even consider it an alternative. Is NDA the option? Or can the UPA regain its lost ground? Are there then new surprises left to be seen or to be desired?